Yeah, they do. Here, hold on.
I'm just saying.
Hold on, let's. So you can say that again. I don't know if it's recording, but say it again. Say nobody wants to hear this.
Nobody wants to hear this.
Yeah, they do. You hear that? That's Django. Yeah, they do. I'm sorry, but they do. Django, masterpiece of a film. And nobody did you he said the word Django and then the entire place erupted. Just yeah.
I mean,
and it went Django.
Ridiculous is what you are. This is what you do.
You literally said nobody wants to hear this, and I watched it. You know what?
Roll credits, man. Roll credits.
On Netflix, it says
you should
love
fast
this.
forward to the credits.
It says, "You want me to?"
Oh my god,
it says,
dude!
Love this.
You know that it's gonna. So you'll like stuff on Netflix, but not on Instagram.
No,
that's
people
crazy.
on Instagram,
hey guys, welcome to Bite Size Bits. I'm your host, Mark Brace.
Polly Walnuts.
I'm here with Polly Walnuts in the studio. This is going to be a bite-sized bit one. We're waiting for Billy to come back, but right now we're here with Polly Walnuts. Polly, what's going on? How's Soprano? How's the house doing?
I'm not in Sopranos. I just happen to have the same name.
Hang on,
I get mistaken a lot.
Hang on, I got some
on paper. I get mistaken a lot.
Let me look at my notes here.
Yeah, I'm a different guy.
Oh, you're. I totally misspoke. Yeah, you're Polly Walnuts. So what do you do? What do
I do?
Yeah, for like work.
Oh, I'm just an insurance salesman with Allstate.
Nice.
Same name and everything.
Do you have like one of your own businesses or something like that?
Oh, it's an outsourced thing. You know, I'm a pretty average dude. Just my name's Polly Walnuts.
Pretty average.
So when a lot of people
average
say
is in like height or like I noticed you have glasses.
Income, height,
so,
the whole thing.
Would you say that having glasses is average, or do you think people have eyesight? People with good eyesight is average.
I think the name might have thrown you off a little bit. I thought you might have thought.
Look, it definitely did, but I'm kind of honestly, forgive me, but I just want to get to know you. I just want to get to know Mr. Nuts. Is it?
It's Walnuts.
I'm sorry,
Mr. Walnuts.
Apologize,
Mr. Walnuts.
So we're here with Billy's going to be coming in shortly, but
I'll be coming in shortly. And when I come in, I'll be the same person.
When I come in,
yeah. When Billy shows up,
wait, take off the glasses for a second. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, now
I can't believe you.
Now the whole time you've been talking to me. You just had no idea because I'm wearing glasses.
You
the whole time you've been talking to me.
Oh, funny,
dude! Like
so
when
funny.
Clark
He
Kent,
really pulled one over on me.
You know when Clark Kent shows up?
Uh-huh.
That's me. When I put on my glasses, I'm Mr. Walnuts.
Right.
That's how it is.
Right.
And you go, holy cow. And then when I take them off, you go, what?
Whoa.
It's pretty wild.
Did I tell you I have a dog next to me who's begging me to play with a toy?
I mean, you could that's actually
Did I tell you Vito Costello?
Corleone.
Did I tell you the time I got fired, but my excuse for it? Have I told it on the pod?
The time you got fired, but my excuse for it.
Yeah. So I got fired from a gym, and the thing is, I knew I was going to get fired. I was basically trying to get fired, because long story short, I was like, this is not for me. But
so your goal was to get fired.
So they had me. They changed my schedule. They changed the location I worked. I worked an hour away from home, and I used to work 10 minutes away from home. I was in a completely different location, different job, different everything. And they were just going to keep moving me further until I quit. But I'm like, I'm not quitting. You're going to fire me.
Sorry, it was Django.
So I had full intentions to come in this day, and I didn't. And I just woke up late. I was supposed to be there at 6 a.m.
Okay.
I was supposed to be there at 6 a.m. Woke up at 8. And I know that some managers don't come in till 9. And so I'm like, okay. And my phone's on Do Not Disturb. I check. I don't see any text messages because it's in Do Not Disturb. And I go, okay, I'm just going to get ready. I'll go there. And when I get there a little bit before 9 and he shows up, I'm just going to say I've been here the whole time.
Right.
And so I'm getting ready and I take my phone out of Do Not Disturb. And I got a text message from 5 minutes ago that said, hey, from the manager of the club, who this guy was such a pushover. Okay, look, the audience, they're not going to, for me to picture who I'm talking about, think Left 4 Dead 2, but think Ellis.
I mean, they could Google who that is.
When he's like, dude, Ellis is basically Theo Von.
Okay.
Right? My buddy Keith knows who. My buddy Keith, this one time, he was driving a car, but he said the engine broke, so he put a sponge in the muffler, and that thing ran like it wasn't on gas.
See, if you say Ellis from Left 4 Dead Deep Cut, if you say Theo Von, it's a little bit easier for people to jump on.
But you have to know what he looks like, too.
Most people know who that guy looks like.
I knew... I'm like, this guy, he was so non-confrontational, I kind of took advantage of it.
I mean, that's As a boss, you have to be semi-confrontational.
At the very least.
Depends on who you work for.
Anyway, so I'm getting ready to go and I check my text message and he says, "Hey, are you at the club right now?" And my thinking is, if you're asking me, I have the option to say yes.
You could, yeah.
So I text him and I go, and Friday I called off. So it was showing up. I was showing up on Monday. Friday I called off saying,
you gave yourself a 3-day weekend.
Saying I again meant to come in. I think I woke up late again. But anyway, I come Friday. I called off saying that my stomach hurt and I can't come in. And he's like, "Okay, sure." Like, it didn't really buy it because also he saw it. Dude, he knows I'm fit, and so he's like, he knows I'm healthy. I just was preaching about health the past day. Ooh. And then to say my stomach hurts, he's like, "Not really buying it from you." You know, it's like Superman saying, "I'm just not feeling it today."
I'm just not feeling it.
Imagine Superman calling off. You're like, "How don't you feel good?" But so I text him. So I got the text 5 minutes ago, and I text him saying, "Yeah, I'm on break. Yeah, I'm at the club. I'm just on break right now. But anyway, can I leave at 9 because my stomach still hurts?" It's 8:40 at this point. He texts back and he says, "What did he say? Oh, he goes. I've been at the club since 6 a.m. and I haven't seen you, and neither has anyone else seen you. So where have you been?" And I go, "Oh, I'm here. I've just been wearing a hat." And he's like, again, he's not confrontational. So he's like, "Right.
Yeah, I have a hat on."
He's like, "Was there any like particular hat? Like, where are you in the building? Because I don't."
You should have said the most absurd particular hat. You're like, "Yeah, it's a Tampa Bay Devil Rays hat. I wear it all the time." They're like, "There's 3 people." I don't
like the believability in the lie is me saying, "No, it's a White Sox World Series 2005 baseball cap backwards."
You're like, backwards, limited edition, obviously.
Backwards, it's navy blue.
And you're like,
it's navy blue weathered with a rip on the side.
And they go, "What?"
Like, that's more believable.
It's very believable if you go very specific.
And he goes, "Look, man, I get that I get your position. So just tell me if you want this job because I can work with you, okay?" I'm like, "But just be honest with me. Do you want this job?" And I text back a second later, "I was born for this job."
That's what you texted back? I was born for this job?
I get a voicemail probably about 8 hours later. "Hey, so this is so-and-so from the gym."
Yeah, they got rid of you.
Calling. We're just calling to let you know that we will be no longer in business together. We're terminating your contract. Again, it's due to, attendance and blah, blah, blah. And I text back, "Okay, but I'm getting paid for that day that I was there." He goes, "But you weren't though." And I'm like, "I come in with the hat." I'm like, "See, I look way different with the hat on." He's like, "You look the same," but he didn't say this, but the look on his face said it all. He's like, "You look the same with the hat." I fully knew I was lying, was just committed to this, like, look at me. Look, I took the hat off and I was like, "See, I'm different now." Hat on? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Take the hat off? It's me. It's me. It's always been Mark.
When you do your taxes, do you have to ask them for your W-2 or they just send it?
They send it.
Because you still have to
they're legally obligated to send it.
So they have to send it.
Right. Now they can shred it. They can send it shredded.
They can? I didn't know. I don't think that's...
They can send it drenched.
I mean, they can send it in bad... Yeah.
They can send it with a shit stain on it.
So if someone has like 7 jobs because they keep getting fired, did they have to get all 7 W-2s?
To fill out all W-2s. Yeah. I don't know. Why don't we ask our producer that question? Honestly, though, but he is off on weekends. And this is a weekend thing. Yeah.
He doesn't come in on weekends. He doesn't come in on weekends, holidays, anything past 5. And if he doesn't feel like
anything that ends in the word day.
Anything in the day. Yeah. If he doesn't feel like it, our producer doesn't come.
Yeah, he gets I don't know how many grandparents he has, but a lot of them keep dying.
Well, he needs 3 breaks and a lunch.
Right, three
And
hots and a
the
cot.
third break, I go, can't we just make that a lunch? And he goes, no,
Yeah.
no, I need 3 breaks and a lunch. I'm like, you work 8 hours
Yeah,
and you're taking 3 20-minute breaks,
right.
which is already an hour. And then you need your 30-minute break. You have an hour and a half where you actually don't do anything.
Also, the smoke breaks too, and
Yeah,
then
I
you
know.
chat, and then you chat at the water cooler.
He
okay?
chats at the he chats at the water cooler because he watched The White Lotus. So
And then he's also like, I don't take my work home with me. But you don't bring
Yeah,
it.
you don't bring it
You
here
don't
either.
bring it here
the audacity
either.
to say I don't take work home, but you don't finish it at work.
Right.
You just go, yes. So are you gonna like finish it tomorrow?
The audacity.
Are you gonna do it tomorrow?
Brought to you by Audacity. That's a new app that we're going to be, that Jerry, our producer, wants to use for a recording studio. He doesn't like the recording studio that we use, but he wants to use Audacity. But I'm like, look, we're familiar with it, okay? It chops, it runs, it's good, it's great.
He also
You just put gas in it.
He also doesn't like the fact that I put my name in front of other people's specials on Netflix. He says that could become a problem at some. Like it's my special is Billy Mitchell. What had happened was
Right.
That's
yeah,
my special.
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
He doesn't like that when people like, oh, let's find it. They can't find mine, but they're finding Jamie Foxx's.
It's a bit like
it bothers him.
He threw out this word, which is a very nasty word. I don't like that he used it at all. That he's like placarism. You know,
Is that a
something
word?
with
What
your
does that
teeth.
mean? Oh, what does that
Something with
mean?
your
I've
teeth,
never
like
heard
when
that
your
word
teeth,
before.
when you don't brush your teeth in a while, you get plaque. So it's like placarism.
I've never heard that
Or
term.
plagiarism or something.
Plagiarism is probably what he said.
I pledge allegiance to the flag, though.
Plagiarism? Is it plagiarism if I just say no? That's mine. No,
Not mine.
I just go, yeah, that Jamie Foxx special, it's mine.
That's like, but so is that plagiarism? If say there's like 10 slices of pizza, I've had 3. Everyone else has had 1, and there's 1 left, and I go, that's mine.
That one's mine.
That one's mine. They're like, but you're downing them. You've gone over your allotment of slices.
That's true. And
For the crew.
And you also go, I got no money. I have no money.
At work, do you ever just pretend to have a disability just to
No.
kind of get out of something?
No,
Really?
I definitely don't.
How about when you like kind of have one, but like you want, like say like you come in and you've lost your voice, but like you can talk, but you want to kind of.
Then
you
if you lost your voice, then that might be a little bit of an issue.
Like I lost my voice one time, and I told them I couldn't hear. I had a guy who straight up asked me. He goes, "Hey, could you help me for a second?" And in plain English, I said, "Sorry, I don't speak English."
Well, then you really did not want to help. Then
He just looked at me like a dog.
the worst is to go,
He's
I'm
like,
on break.
"Huh? I'm on break."
I'm on break.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? I'm on break.
Or when you're just about to be on break,
Ooh.
and you're like, "Come on,
But I'm on break. And then they go,
Right.
but I'm on lunch.
I'm on break with a mouthful of food."
Just
Or when you're like eating when you're not supposed to, or you just took a swig of water. They're like, "Hello." You're like,
a swig of water.
right.
Like you can't swallow it and just start talking. It sits in your mouth for too long.
I gotta swish.
Swish swash.
I gotta swish it
Applesauce?
around. Yeah.
Did you see Captain America this weekend?
It
It has a 51 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is rotten. But
I was at the grocery store. I didn't see him anywhere, and he's normally a regular at Pete's.
You're on Redbox. Once it hits Redbox, we'll actually go, right?
No, I meant
We'll see
I
it on
have
Redbox.
Oh, okay. I should
When
have
you're
told
gonna
you.
watch
I
it.
have a crazy guy at my Pete's Market who dresses up in a Captain America t-shirt, and he goes, "My name is Steve Roger," while also clapping the entire way. He claps everywhere he goes.
And he's a customer.
Yeah, and he's like, "Can I have Tic Tacs?"
How long can you hang out at a grocery store legally?
Legally, no,
Like-
strictly legally.
Like if you just want, like if we went there and we just went up and down the aisles, but looked like we were actually like doing something with a empty cart, we just go up
And a
and
list.
down, up and down, up,
Right.
and we all day we go up
From
and down,
open to close.
and we don't say a word. We just look up around like we were actually doing
I
something.
actually have so I was talking to one of my coworkers about this. Do you know anything about exposure therapy?
I don't know what that is.
Have you heard of it though?
I have no idea what that is.
So exposure therapy is like you're supposed to put yourself in uncomfortable situations if you have like anxiety or get stressed a lot, or if you're
Yeah, so if you're stressed, go put yourself in a more stressful situation.
it's supposed to, well, there's no other way to like alleviate it. So it's supposed to be getting comfortable with uncomfortable, or just man up.
I mean, I get,
You know, or just sack up,
I mean,
you know? Or just fucking plant your feet and sack up.
what
you could
kind of
also do that.
uncomfortable situation would you? What is You didn't explain it yet.
So I was talking to my coworker about this, and she said that they're like some of the things will be like go to a grocery store and grab the cart with the squeakiest wheel and like drag it around the store. And
Now
I'm
you're
like,
just being
imagine
obnoxious.
the guy who's not comfortable explaining what he's doing, but just sifting through carts, looking.
So you're like, so
testing
to
them
fix
all.
yourself, go be obnoxious in public.
Right. Go
Like,
be obnoxious
you're
in
not-
public. Go ask people for a stick of gum or maybe $1 or something.
Yeah, you're
you know?
being obnoxious.
Just keep pushing the limit.
ask the audacity to ask a random person for a piece of gum at the grocery store.
Dude, ask
is-
them for more.
What's even worse is if
hey,
you're
can I have a tank of gas?
if you're right behind them and they're scanning it and they just grab a stick of gum and you go, "Hey, can I get one?" And they're like, "For real?" You're like, "Yeah, you just bought it. You have gum."
You have
The
gum. I know you
audacity.
have it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Or-
a difference between putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and being obnoxious to the
And
public.
being objectively obnoxious.
Yeah, just go grab the squeaky one.
not even being not obnoxious, a nuisance.
Yeah, you're just being annoying, a nuisance.
What is it when you're a burden to society?
Yeah,
or
that's
something
not
like
that's
that.
not necessary.
That's like
fix
I'm
your-
gonna stay. It's like one of the things would be like, don't go right away when the light's green. You're
That-
like, fuck
Well,
you,
that's-
dude. I don't
So-
care. And then holding it up, like having your day in court. Your Honor, I'm doing exposure
to
therapy.
break the law, essentially.
Right.
And just go break the
Right.
law.
Go. One of the things you should do for exposure therapy would be obstruct traffic.
What is
also
a-
pick on homeless people?
What would you really do for exposure therapy? Really, it would just be the wheel thing, because that's annoying.
Wait, what was your question?
What's a real the wheel thing?
Those are real things.
Is there anything else? Or?
Well, because it's harmless, right?
It's harmless, but it's also just dumb.
But what I find hilarious would be the guy who's not comfortable, or the person who's not comfortable explaining why they're checking every grocery cart for a squeaky wheel.
Yeah, because so most of them aren't squeaky.
So you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And you're like,
Actually-
like you can't. You're too nervous to admit it.
Almost 100% aren't squeaky. You'd have to go out of your way to find the squeaky one.
You know, it would be like another thing would be like getting coffee by yourself, or like going to a movie theater alone. Those would be like exposure therapy stuff, which are just things.
Going to the movie theater alone, nobody around you knows you're alone.
I don't know
Nobody's gonna
why
say-
that's anxiety.
I'm trying to
This
find-
is something that it's tough for me to wrap my head around.
I think
because
going-
I'm so distant from that side
I would
of
say
anxiety.
the best one would be going out to eat on your own.
Like dinner alone.
Dinner alone is weird.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, why didn't you just get takeout? I mean, for real,
Right.
you're gonna sit there and
Well, look,
by
I could get
yourself?
like if it's like a nice place or something, or if it's like breakfast or whatever. No, you have to know that people would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
breakfast. I could see,
Dude.
but you got to sit at like you know how like there's the
cafe.
tables and they got you got to sit at the
You gotta
cafe.
sit at the
'Cause
like you can go to a bar and sit at the booth or
Dude,
whatever.
the
it's called.
audacity to go to a breakfast place by yourself when it's packed and you take up a whole table
A
and then
full-
you just sit there
a full-
and you see a family come in and they could have 100%
A corner booth, too.
Yeah, a corner
The
booth.
8-seater.
You're like, I want that one,
Right.
and you wait for
Right.
it, and you're like, yeah, now this is my area.
But you got there early and you stay.
You're kind of a jerk if you go alone.
But your excuse is exposure therapy.
because
You have like
you're taking a spot for someone who could have used it.
you have like a rubber ducky with a little sign attached to it that says like, "Sorry, I'm doing exposure therapy." It's like, dude, hey, I'll give you exposure therapy. Meet me outside and I'll kick your ass.
Why don't you just go and talk to a therapist or try to figure out your anxiety? Because all
that
these
is
things,
one step too far.
if all these things we're talking about have issues, like you going out to breakfast alone is fine, but then all of a sudden you see the family come in and they're waiting on you.
Hey man, look,
They're
I agree
waiting for
with
you.
you, but to the public, I'm a whole different person. To the public, I'm gonna say I agree, I disagree. Because you're the bad guy to this one.
I guess.
I just want to say I agree with you. But also, fuck you, dude. You're gonna go ahead. That guy or gal or non-binary or whatever. They're anxiety ridden and they're trying to better themselves by exposing themselves to an uncomfortable situation. Yeah, they're putting an inconvenience on the entire public. But, you know, good for them.
Imagine being like, oh, you're nervous? Why don't you go to the grocery store and find a squeaky cart?
You're nervous? How about you go deal with someone who's now pissed at you?
Yeah, I know. They're all angry
now,
at you.
Now you've bitten off way more than you can chew.
I would have been like...
And then they kick and then the cycle of violence continues because they're now mad at their therapist who recommended them to do exposure therapy, like go out to breakfast alone. And then they kick the therapist's ass, and the therapist is like, one of my patients beat me up today, and they go home and they beat their kid or whatever, and then the kid grows up and was like, my dad beat me, and then they start beating up the other person, and then that guy gets mad because he's seeing someone in a booth all by themselves, and he and his family could have sat at the booth, and then the cycle, it's a circle, dude, and the circle continues. Dude, life's a circle, but love is a triangle. And we'll be right back.
BetterHelp Online Therapy. BetterHelp Online Therapy is a professional therapy. Get matched to the best therapist for you. Self-care is focusing on your BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com. www.betterhelp.com. Code BIT for 25% off BetterHelp.com. And we're back.
We got one more. Actually.
We got one more.
Hey guys, do you have trouble sleeping at night or too much of a mouth breather? Try ZZ Sleep. There's a sleep aid mouth tape that will rejuvenate your sleep one night at a time. You'll snore less, sleep better, and breathe better. ZZ Sleep, the innovative solution to peaceful nights. Say goodbye to the disruptive symphony of snores and hello to the tranquility of uninterrupted sleep with our anti-snore open mouth sleep aid stickers designed with comfort and effectiveness in mind. Now, if you shop right now, it's right now actually. If you're listening to this tomorrow, you're too late. It's right now. If you go on the website, zzsleep.com, it's zzsleep.org, and you order the pink ZZ Sleep tape using promo code BITS, you will get, this has to be a joke or something, you get 1% off.
1% off? That's what we're giving our, so we're giving our audience 1% off.
There has to be a typo. Nope, it's 1% off. 1% off if you go to zzsleep.us. Or you can follow them at ZZ Sleep Tape on Instagram or ZZ Sleep Tape on TikTok. Again, promo code BITS for 1% off. And also you give a little, and if you're using that code, not only does it give you 1% off, it lets the people know that
it literally says they get double shipping if they put that in. It literally says if they put that in, shipping is ×2 now.
And we're back.
And we're back.
So,
did we?
What were we
we'll just add it
about?
in the advertisements later.
Yeah,
because we got to do those after this. I know you got a new one.
Right.
I got the BetterHelp one. That's kind of, it's a little paid advertisement in the podcast. That's why we started talking about it.
Look, you boys are making.
But then you got another one
with
with some nose strip thing. So I'm excited to see how that one goes.
Yeah,
down.
those are going to be good.
Because you said it was a good deal for the people, so I'm excited.
No, we got
to.
I saw the email. I checked my email this morning. I was fired up. Jerry put a lot of exclamation points.
Our producer Jerry put a lot into.
Yeah, our producer Jerry. He put a lot. He goes, boys, I snagged the big one, and they sent us some, and we'll try some out.
Yeah.
Now we got ours for free.
Obviously.
But you guys are getting a sweet deal. Just stick around to the end of the episode, and you get a sweet deal.
Yeah, because we do the advertisements after it's over.
Well, actually, it should be. Yeah, we'll do the advertisements after, but you might get them. What are we at the 20-minute mark? You might be hearing them now-ish.
Probably.
Or you just have heard them. From what I'm hearing, they're sweet deals. So
I haven't looked into it. You're kind of more on the advertising part of the whole thing.
I know nothing about the advertising.
Well, we'll do them later.
I don't even know how to say the word. Dude, I'd have a better chance having diarrhea than I would spelling diarrhea.
I'm gonna
D-I-A-D.
So I'm gonna write that down so I can do that on stage, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that's my idea.
No, dude.
I'm gonna say that joke.
Dude,
I'm gonna look you dead in the eyes.
Plagiarism.
I'm gonna look at dead in the eyes and go, "That was my idea."
That's plagiarism.
I just say plagiarism. I don't know why you have to. You can say the word correctly.
That's namerism, dude.
That's namerism. BB-8.
Right.
BB-8.
Right. Just naming Star Wars droids.
Star Wars droids?
R2-D2.
3PO. When's the next one?
3PO, where are you?
When's the next one coming out?
Dude, look, speaking of Star Wars, I have no problem with Star Wars. I have no problem with Marvel. I have no problem with Batman and DC.
Well, because we're actually in business with them, so be careful.
What I don't like, and I know they're not affiliated with them, is the fucking t-shirts. Like, look, I like Star Wars. What I don't like is some dork walking around with a shirt that says, I was forced to be here. Die.
I mean,
you need to stand in traffic and wait for a car to barrel towards you.
I mean, I was force as in like the force be with you.
Right, like that's wrapped around in the little Star Wars.
You don't think
thing.
they get a little piece? You know?
Absolutely not,
I
dude.
think they
Because
get a piece.
Sonoma makes the T-shirt.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, really, dude? I don't. Does Kohl's have anything to do with Disney?
They might have some product placement deal with them.
If anything, they're getting a small cut. My issue then. Fuck you, dude. You're gonna take the side of them?
I don't know. I think the
I want to
shirt
see
sucks.
you tomorrow. You know what, dude? Check the Bite Size Bits YouTube. Check the Bite Size Bits Instagram for a post of this guy wearing. I was forced to be here.
I think that
you're gonna have a shirt.
dumb.
You're gonna have a shirt that says like "Fork and Knife to Meet Ya."
I think the shirt's dumb, but I also think that Kohl's can't legally sell it without.
Kohl's can't legally sell it.
I mean, it makes sense. Like
that. The subject of today is legally.
Like you can't like go to Target and if they're selling like a Marvel shirt, obviously Marvel has some deal with them.
Relax, Bubba. It's all good.
Relax, dog.
Dog.
Relax,
dude,
dog.
I was talking to this girl and her two dogs. She has two dogs. One's named Charlie. Do you want to guess what the other dog's name is? I'll give you two guesses.
Chase.
Way simpler.
Bob.
The dog's name is, can we get a drum roll? Dude.
Well, that's not a name.
Right? You might as well have named it Dog.
That's not a name.
It's like, what's the dog's name? Dog. What's the dog's name? It.
Speaking of dude, how come Google, when you go on YouTube and it gives you a suggested search on its own, it says, as an example, it's like, say, let's watch Dude Perfect. Like, why does Google think that the basic example is
spitballing ideas?
Some Dude Perfect,
dude. That's
like
such
who watches Dude Perfect,
dude. That's
I don't know anybody in the world who's like, we got to watch Dude Perfect.
That's such an AI thinking they're just one of the guys.
They are like put on Dude Perfect because the word "dude's" in it, so it thinks that like just Dude Perfect.
That's Tom Cruise trying to blend in with a bunch of boys. Just let's throw the ball around and watch Dude Perfect, man.
Yeah, but who watches Dude Perfect,
dude? You know what we should be watching? Rock of Ages.
Oh, well, obviously with
Tom Cruise.
Do you want me to explain to the audience?
To just talk about to just be like, hey guys, I'm just one of you. Just throw me a line here. Throw me a line to read. That's like an actor being like, I can play any role, you know? Like hey guys, let's watch Dude Perfect. Blah.
Are you talking about the American Jukebox musical comedy film directed by Adam Shanecock from a screenplay by Chris DeSavino?
Shanecock.
Is that what you're talking about?
Adam Shanecock.
I mean, after the success of the stage musical, the film rights were sold to Warner Brothers and New Line in early 2009.
I can say that name without losing sponsors, but I can't say the name separately. But his name is Shanecock.
I mean...
That's like if my name was Mark Bangkok.
I mean, his name is Shankman.
So, okay, so you pronounced it wrong.
His name is Shankman.
Shankman.
That's a weird last name.
Wow, dude. You know, like, we used to have surnames.
Dude, Tobey Maguire's produced it.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Dude, we used to have, like, surnames. Like, someone would be like Edward Smith, who's a blacksmith. Your name is...
Shankman.
Thomas Shankman or whatever?
His name is
Doesn't
Adam
matter.
Shankman.
Shankman. What'd you do?
That's a weird name.
Where'd your lineage come from? That's like if my name was Mark Burglar. Just, okay, well, you'd be surprised if we don't let you work for national security.
And Morbius, his name is Dr. Morbius.
Look, that's not too well thought out.
It's really on the nose.
Right. That's like if my name was Mark Microphone.
I mean, he calls himself Morbius and his last name's Morbius.
And you're Billy Podcast.
Yeah.
You're Billy on time.
That'd be like if his name was Bob Superman. And which one's Superman?
Right. I don't know.
I can't tell.
Yeah. Bob Hero.
Are you excited about the new Superman?
Okay, wait. I have no thoughts on the new Superman.
Well, yeah, because you're gonna hate it.
I met a guy today. His name was, because they said it out loud at the coffee place. His name was Ace
Ventura.
No, just Ace, like Ace Hardware. Like his name might as well have been Kiddo.
I mean, are you sure that it's not a nickname?
Nope.
I mean, you're
I'm
not
sorry.
Sure.
Yep,
I'm not sure. You're 100% not
That's
sure.
That's not fair. You fucking.
You're 100%
the answer was loaded up
sure.
before you said it.
You have no idea.
That was thinking before speak. That was speaking before thinking. But the guy. That's like if my name was hey sport.
Sporty
His name's
sport.
Ace. Hey man, I don't really mean to be a dick or anything, but what are you doing? My name is Chief.
Like Master Chief?
Well, like there's a guy whose name is Guy. Guy's a name. Like
Is
Guy
it-
Fieri.
Yeah, that's the
Guy
only
Ritchie. So your name is
Guy's not.
What if your name is Dude?
Dude, Guy's not really a name, in my opinion. I mean, you
But
named two
people's
celebrities
names are names.
in real life.
The guy's name, dude, there's a guy at my work named Guy.
That's his name?
His name is Guy. They say, "Hey, Guy, can you come up to the front?" I'm like, "Who are you talking to? You have to be, we live in a world where you have to be specific. You can't just grab the squeaky wheel. You can't just be obstructing traffic. You have to, you are
Hey,
a
Guy.
part of a machine. Play your part."
I think Guy.
Dude, there's a program and fucking get with it, dude.
I think Guy's an odd. I mean, Guy for.
Ace is an odd name. Kiddo's an odd name.
I don't think Kiddo's a
What
name.
if my name was Boy?
Like God of War?
Like Boy Wonder. Also,
I mean-
Superman's name being Superman? It's just what he is.
What about Iron Man?
Again, just what he is.
What about Batman?
That's a little bit more of a creative
Don't
liberty.
even. He puts out like the idea. Everyone goes Batman's cool, but really he's kind of not.
Right. It's like
Okay.
right. It's like
People-
get down from there.
Get down from there. He puts on a weird little bat hat.
What are you doing? What are you doing with that cape?
It isn't that cool.
It's like he's out at 3 a.m. Go to bed.
Like, sure, the movie's cool, but the idea
Right, but go
of
to bed,
Batman
dude.
is not like. If I would have before Batman, if I would have been like, dude, wouldn't it be cool to dress up as a bat?
yeah, I'd call
Nobody
you
would
fucking
say it was
nuts.
cool.
Right.
Nobody would be like, that's awesome.
That's why it has to be a secret.
But the idea, and how many Batmans are they going to make? Realistically,
the
how
movies
many?
should always be when they find out his true identity. They're like, oh, it's just a guy.
Well,
they're
Iron
like-
Man's just a guy.
Like that's so like you're weird. Like Batman's
I mean-
so cool, but it's like once you get to know him, you're like you're kind of a weirdo.
Weird guy. He's a weird guy.
You're like it's like yeah, I just kind of sit inside all day. Like I don't want to. I wish I dude. Don't meet your heroes, and that's the point of this show is
Don't meet your
heroes.
don't
really
meet Batman.
don't meet your heroes. Like if you meet, so imagine you meet Superman and you find out he's Clark Kent, but you don't know he's an alien. You're like, so you're just a reporter, and so how do you fly? Well, the sun charges me. You're like, get the dude.
I mean,
be real with me. I wouldn't believe him to his face if he was like the sun. Well, I come from Krypton, so the sun charges me up and it gives me all my superpowers.
Well, he just
I can
wouldn't
shoot
tell you.
lasers from my eyes. You're like, hey man, I'm here. I'm not on drugs. Be real with me.
What if
How'd
he
you
just
do it?
What if he just looked at the door and just melted it?
Again, it would be like David Copperfield going, "Is this your card?"
I don't
I'd be
think
like,
it would.
"How'd
be.
you do it?"
I think you'd go. Whoa.
I know it's not real. I'd be like, "How did you do it?" Okay, cool. You have some great trick. Magicians throw a wrench in all of the superheroes' plans because it's like you can have Superman, stop a plane, like help a plane crash and like safely land it, and then you can have Penn Jillette catch a bullet with his teeth, and you go, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I don't know how they did either of them, but I know it's not real.
Well, they're both not real.
Neither of them are not real.
One's literally not real.
The guy will
and the other
hide-
one's just in your face, and it's not real.
The guy will hide a card in a fully baked cake that you prepared, and you're like, I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Also, how'd that guy shoot lasers from his eyes? Because both of these, I know there's a trick to it. Just tell me the trick.
I mean,
But I still like magic.
magic's cool.
I like the show of magic. I don't like
Magic.
I don't like magic. I like the show of magic. If you can do a dumb little card trick, I don't really care.
I mean, magic's fine. Magic's cool. It's better than superheroes that don't exist.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to go that route,
Yeah.
I mean, superheroes literally don't exist.
Okay, what do you think is more attractive to women?
Superheroes, or
Like
magic?
having an interest in superheroes or having an interest in magic?
Probably magic. 'Cause well,
yeah, be careful. That's like
are
wanna
you
see me-
doing the magic, or are you taking me to a magic show?
I'm not really going to specify because I don't know which one.
I mean, if you can actually do some cool magic tricks, and we're just sitting there and you
Like
do 'em,
what?
that's
Like
cool.
what? Push a slinky down the stairs and let it go all the way down. Just
I mean-
whoa! Look, I'm doing it. How about David Blaine magic?
Well, then it's weird
Right.
because you're just like, look, I'm eating glass. Like to me,
Yeah.
that's not. I mean, it's fine.
You're like okay. Watch the girl's like okay, that's cool. Watch me disappear.
there's really only like 3 magicians in the world. Like it's
Yeah.
not like you can really
Well, Houdini's been quiet for a long time.
I mean, you have him, you have Penn and Teller, that's 2, and then you have David Blaine, and then you have the guy who like walks on water, who had
the
like
muscle
the show.
suit guy.
Well, who's the guy who was like?
You're just gonna forget Jesus Christ.
Who's the guy in MTV who was like, he's like an emo magician. What the hell's that guy's name? I bet
the guy with the muscle suit.
I don't think it's the guy with the muscle suit. I could look it up.
Emo magician.
Vegas.
I don't know.
Magician. Vegas magic shows. You have, well, you do have David Copperfield, who's the guy with the muscle suit. He wears a muscle suit, which kind of bothers me. And then you
you know what would be a sick trick if that emo guy could...
Chris Angel. He's like the emo
Some Chris
guy.
Angel mind freak
He's
trap job bullshit.
He's like a magician, but he's all like Hot Topic magician.
Dude, have you seen the way that he signs?
Chris Angel?
He signs his signature?
No.
So there's like on like the walls of celebrities where they sign him. His name's huge, and he'll be like the art of living or something like that. It's like,
that's his
and
thing.
it says Chris Angel, and you're like, so cock, dude.
People
like, dude, take a fucking break from it.
People kind of hate his show at Vegas. That's like widely known.
You want to know what magic trick I'd love to see Chris Angel do? Is getting his parents to appreciate him. I bet they're like, yeah, Chris Angel, but you're not invited
no, but like
to
people
Thanksgiving.
hate his show in Vegas.
Hey, that guy can do all the magic in the world except get a seat at the table for his own family Thanksgiving. They go, we're full.
I just don't.
We're full, Chris.
Get the
when are you
Chris
gonna get a
Angel
girlfriend,
thing.
Chris?
I'm sure, is he married? I don't.
Even if he did, they'd be like, yeah, but when are you gonna like go steady with one of them?
He kind of reminds me of him, like a has been, because like nobody,
like Mr. Hollywood.
I mean, kind of like a Bam Margera, where you're just like,
He
yeah,
does
they were
remind me of a
big back
Jackass
in
guy.
2002 on MTV, and then they just kind of left. They disappeared.
Right. He looks like the bus left, and he just was left at the stop.
Like, how much money does Bam Margera realistically have?
I put magicians in the same boat as the people who are like, I'm gonna eat this bug, watch. Who are like, oh, there's a cicada, let me eat it. And you're like, cool, man, I'm never hanging out with you again. I have nothing in common with you.
I mean,
oh, I ate a bug. That's cool. There's no amount of toothpaste that's gonna wash that off. Like, oh, I ate a worm or whatever. Go fucking fish, dude.
I mean, eating worms is gross.
You draw the line between cicadas and worms? Fuck that.
Cicadas are gross,
man. What gets real close to is crab legs.
You don't like crab?
Fuck that.
That's
no.
Why?
Oy, 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 oy. Just
you just made a pig noise after making fun of crabs.
No, but in SpongeBob, the sand they go like.
So I should have known that the pig noise you were gonna make after making fun of crabs.
This is a guy who doesn't get references. When he said it looks like you're at Hogwarts, and I said 9 3/4, and he went, don't know what that means.
According to who? They don't. According to who?
I will put.
According to who?
We'll put the picture above, dude. We need videos so bad.
We do, but like I don't know how to do it.
True, and Jerry has no clue either.
Like we have absolutely no idea how to do it.
I have no clue, and Jerry's just he never works.
Yeah, like we legit have no idea how to do it.
We legit got our own coffee today.
I made coffee this morning.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know how to make video. So
I'm restrained by my own ability
on the podcast
because Jerry doesn't do anything.
Our producer legit does nothing.
The only thing he does is we go, "Are you recording?" and he throws up an OK sign.
He's not even here today because it's the weekend. Right. And he's not going to be here tomorrow or the next day because obviously Sunday.
Well, he has a birthday on
Monday is President's Day and he won't be here. He said it's a federal holiday. I said, for real, dude. Like you actually don't work, and why do you need President's Day off? He said, well, if you look at the calendar, it's a federal holiday.
It's a federal holiday. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
yeah. Paid day off.
It is. I know. Trust me. We know
it's expected pay too.
It's
paid day off.
Yeah, it's paid day off.
Yeah,
paid day off.
Dude, I love that most people work 9 to 5, and if you ever need to get to a bank, the bank is open from 9 to 5. Also closed on holidays. So like anyone, like you have to work an irregular job. If you work at the bank, there's no chance of you stopping at the bank. So like,
well, we'll stop there. That makes no sense.
How?
Imagine
on your break you have to do it.
Imagine being a doctor and saying, "I got no time to go to the doctors." You're literally a doctor.
But if you're the doctor and you have to, what do you have to do? Make an appointment with yourself?
No, you just do it.
Think outside the box though. Think if from the top down, if you're a doctor and you need to go see a doctor,
why would you have to go see a doctor?
Just patient, I'll be right back. I got an appointment.
No, you just go on a date.
And you just go in with the tongue out as they put the little tongue depressor on.
I mean, if you wanted, what do you need to do? Draw blood? You could draw your own blood.
What are you, insane? I can draw my own blood. What are you going to cut your own hair next?
Doctors and nurses do that all the time.
I can cut my own. I can. What do I need? What do I need a doctor to do surgery on? I know where my heart is, right? I got blood left and right. I'll just find it in the center.
I think it's a little different. If you're a banker, what the hell? Can't you just do it at work?
That's like going. That's like saying I clip my own toenails. I cut my own hair. I wash and dry. I can go ahead and draw my own blood.
Not even close.
I think semantically I'm there.
Because you can clip your toenails doesn't mean you can draw your own blood.
See,
I don't find it.
Fuck that, dude. I built the case and I'm right. Dude, I'll see you in court.
You're actually right.
Legally, you cannot draw your own blood.
No,
legally,
you're right.
Technically, legally speaking, you cannot draw your own blood.
That's actually true. You're right.
Self-harm.
You're right.
Suicide.
I agree that if you can cut your nails, you can draw. You can't legally draw your own blood. I agree.
Now now for the first time in Bite-Sized Bits history,
that makes
agreed.
And it makes a lot of sense too.
It makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't make change.
It makes so much sense.
Hey, I was born at night, but not last night. Huh.
I don't. Who? I was born yesterday, but not. I was born in the day, but not yesterday. That's what you do.
And a coffee today is a burger tomorrow. Huh.
We have a theater show tonight, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be a big one.
Did you check out that one place? That one show on Friday?
Oh yeah, I was there. Yeah, I did the show, dude.
You gotta see the face.
I did the show, dude. I did the show.
You gotta see the face.
I was there on Friday.
He just swallowed everything. I'm like, of course, boss.
Talking about last night? Yeah, I was there, dude.
Dude, I can't even see your eyes.
I was there, man.
The brow is so furrowed. You're like, oh yeah.
I was there.
Oh, dude.
Dude, the show was awesome.
Just listen to my voice, and you can tell the face he's making. Oh, of course.
Yeah, I was there.
I was there.
I was at the show on Friday night,
dude. In and out, 9:30.
In and out.
Blew the lid off the
I
place.
did a 30-minute set, dude. I did a 30-minute set.
Thank God they weren't wearing socks because I knocked their socks off.
They were like, what?
Came home with a bag of socks. I might as well have done laundry. They call me Billy Laundry Man.
Yeah, I did the show on Friday.
How'd it go?
Absolutely amazing.
Nice.
They were...
Did you do some new material?
I did have to follow a guy doing Comfortably Numb, a Pink Floyd cover.
Oh, shit.
So that obviously...
That's a 9-minute song.
I know. I'm well aware. So it was... I know.
Have become... And the audience is now comfortably numb.
They are comfortably numb.
And you have to... And then here's Billy shaking it up a little bit.
Yeah, they were comfortably numb.
Right.
They were so numb. They liked crowd work, though.
Oh, yeah?
They loved it.
Did anyone stick out to you?
Well, they were all from Australia.
Okay.
Every single person there was
all
like
James Bond villains, huh?
They were all Australian
right.
James Bond
all
villains.
James Bond villains. Well, isn't what's his name? The guy with the jaw?
He's Australian?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, if you're talking about James Bond villains.
Hello, I'm gonna look, Joe.
I mean, the audacity to just say my hat has a knife on it so I can throw it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
The James Bond villains.
My watch shoots laser beams from
And they never thought back then, like, this is dumb. Like, they were dead serious when they made that.
And his watch shoots laser beams from, where?
Are you going to forget about Pierce Brosnan's invisible car?
Right. I mean,
it's an invisible car.
So cartoon.
And then he goes to an ice hotel.
That's like if I ran through a wall and just the outline of my body was through it. It's the Kool-Aid Man to just, what does he, drive the invisible car and just go, oh yeah.
I want you to know that the very first Bourne movie with Matt Damon that people kind of like came out 2 months after James Bond was driving an invisible car.
Way different.
And I think that's when James Bond went, we have to figure something out.
They went,
like because the ice hotel that he goes to is so dumb.
Do you want to know something funny? Our producer...
Oh, he was part of that movie?
He worked on some of the...
See, now that makes sense. He worked on Pierce Brosnan's last Bond movie.
At least as far as I know, he was at the very least, he was on set with them, as far as I know. He kind of doesn't really talk about it. He talks about his days in Hollywood like he's a Vietnam vet. He's like, the stories I could tell. I'm like, well, tell them.
I know that's true. He always says like, yeah, you know how it was in Hollywood.
Back in my day. Yeah.
And then he kind of disappears because I don't know how much Hollywood.
It's always back in his day, but he never like elaborates on what happened. It's always just it's way different back then. I tell you.
He did do the Die Another Day James Bond movie with the ice hotel.
Die Another Day. you've got to die another day.
Well, I mean,
bam, bam. Every James Bond song goes like this. Bam, 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 bam.
Dude, spoiler alert, James Bond's dead.
How about who came up with...
James Bond died in the last one.
Who came up with the idea for him to, like, shoot at us in the intro? You know, the whole little... Dun-dun, dun, dun-dun,
I did.
dun, dun.
You want me to do the next commercial?
Yeah, I think we're gonna cut for. We're gonna. You think we'll wrap it up here? We got enough time? Enough time?
Well, we have to do the commercials first.
Right, we'll do commercials first.
Obviously, commercials.
Okay.
Do you want me to do the salami one?
You got a salami one?
Yeah. Well,
I wish I could. I wish I could pull up the email right now, but I just don't.
I can do the salami one.
Let's do. Oh, this is a good one, dude. This is a good one.
Well, I'll do the salami one and the diet hot dogs real quick.
Hey, real quick with that.
So
just hold this down. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom.
Just go to the bathroom real quick. I'll hold this down. So
you go ahead and hold that down right here. All right, guys. It's Billy Mitchell for the ad break. I'll be right back.
So
I'll be right back.
The company is Diets and Watson. And Diets and Watson, it's a family deal valid January 29th through February 11th. It is on diet salami and diet hot dogs and aged Gouda cheese. So the diet dogs, they aren't FDA approved, so that's could be an issue. But for 10% off, type in bits, you can get diet dogs. Now the toppings on the diet dogs they don't come with it. You just get the dog itself. You get 4 dogs in a pack, and the aged Gouda is actually not a diet version, and the salami is a diet version. But if you put it all together, you can really get something good. And it's from Diets and Watson, valid January 29th through February 11th. The diet dog is going to be pretty good, it looks. The mustard is going to be expired, it looks like. So be careful with the mustard. And other than that, you should be good. But yeah, that's 10% off the family deal, valid January 29th through February 11th. So you could chow down on that stuff. Once again, it is a diet dog, which means the calories are lower and everything. So it's a lot better for you. But yeah, diet dogs.
You guys, you heard it here, diet dogs. Hey guys, do you have trouble sleeping?
No.
I'm sorry. Actually, I'm fucking not sorry. Do you have trouble sleeping on a mattress? Well, why don't you try a floor? Find the floor you'll love with Luna. Visit luna.com/bitesize to save $300 right now. You call right now, 312-741-1201. You can save $300 and you can sleep on the fucking floor. And I'll fuck you to sleep on the floor right there.
Wait,
you can take your pillows and mattresses and blankets and you can take them off the comfy bed and put them right on the floor because it's better for your back. A chiropractor's advice. We got the chiropractor ad rolled up right here.
Wait, so
you can get the Luna Advantage if the shop at home convenience. We bring the store to you, carpeted and floored, tailored to your taste and budget.
So you want people
to
sleep
sleep on the new
floor?
Luna sleep mattress called The Floor, and it'll fuck you to sleep.
So you want them to just sleep on the floor?
Yeah. Who needs a bed? You heard it here. Who needs a bed, dude?
So they're gonna eat a diet hot dog for dinner and go sleep on the floor,
dude. And the table, you can go ahead and take the cardboard box that you just moved into your new apartment. You set that right up, and you sit crisscross applesauce, and you eat your dinner on the floor with a cardboard as your table.
But none of this makes sense.
We'll call it kicking it back with the bite-sized bits. That's what you do. If you live like that, you're kicking it back with the bite-sized bits, dude. Sleeping on the floor. Who needs a bed? Luna.com/bitesizebits.
All right.
That was a winner.
That was a winner of. I would say that they would be satisfied with that.
Guys, the next episode, you're gonna really love this one. If I'm reading this correctly, we're getting Charlie Sheen on the next episode,
and Emilio Estevez.
We're getting both of them?
Well, yeah. I mean, they come in twos.
Is Emilio confirmed?
Well, is Charlie confirmed?
Charlie's confirmed.
From who? You?
Well, Charlie, no, Coked Out Charlie.
You got a DM from someone on Instagram.
No, Coked Out Charlie.
But it's not even The DM
It's Coked Out Charlie, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's the name of the Instagram account. That doesn't mean that that's really him.
He straight up said, "Hey, I'm Charlie Sheen. I love bite-sized bits. Let me come on the pod."
And that's real.
And I said, "Sure." I bought his ticket. Well, I knew. I look. The thing is, I paid, but I had Jerry set it up. I gave the money to.
Well,
to
Charlie
Jerry.
says he wants you to.
The next episode's gonna be it's gonna be off the rails.
Charlie said he wants you to edit down some of the commercials. He said sometimes they go on too long, so he wants them edited down.
No, dude, no way. Because we're wrong. What you see is what you get.
He won't show up then,
dude. If he shows up and wants it, I'll edit down the commercials. Sure, I'll edit a commercial in the commercial. That's what I'll do. He wants them edited down. Sure, we'll have a long commercial separated with 3 other commercials inside it.
A commercial inside a commercial inside a commercial?
A commercial inside a commercial.
I see what you mean.
And I don't use this word lightly. Contraception.
Oh, and it's going to be an MGM Plus exclusive?
That's right.
Because MGM Plus, I remember you said you got to deal with MGM Plus. Like your next special is going to be an MGM Plus. I told you not to talk about that.
We can't talk about that. Anyway, guys, a banger app.
Banger of an episode.
Charlie Sheen on the next one's going to be great.